Hello, beautiful people. It's Patrick the Spirit Man, and I'm back with Vlog 10. We back at it again, no pretend. In today's vlog, we're talking about abandoning private worlds. We abandoning it. It ain't no mutiny, nothing like that. We ain't doing that. Wayne's World, like Juice World, our world, we're abandoning it for the real world. And this ain't no early 2000s reality show. And I felt this really today because it can feel like people come from different planets. It can feel like people come from different worlds. And sometimes it makes us seem so far apart from each other. Once we have the patience that we find in the moment to be still, to sit, to listen to the stillness, to listen to the peace, when we make time for that, we make a clear state of being, a clear slate for things that come presented to us that doesn't seem like part of the chaos, that doesn't seem like part of the commercials. It doesn't seem like part of the program. It is how we connect. When we can see that plainness, and it sounds plain, but there's value in the simplicity in things. There's less drama to spin off of, like the drama in the world. When we tie things to that, it all seems like it's coming at us at 100 miles an hour from 5 different directions. But when we allow that stillness in us, to see it in us, it is presented before other people that we may see them how they truly are. Loved, full, in the moment, and free from judgment, the way God would have us be. In ACIM chapter 13, section 2, it says, each one peoples his world with figures from his individual past, and it is because of this that private worlds do differ. We like to bind people in yesterday or 10 years ago, and that is how we see them as separate from us. We make them subject to the limitations of time that time presents in this world that seems to be people. Now, when I say that, I mean peopling people. When you people them people, this part of the chaos. It's just part of the static. And I'm gonna tell you guys, if you watch my Snapchat, there's a reason why I use static, because it kind of presents that chaos that the world has. And whenever you learn to tune that out, you'll see the wisdom, you'll see the stillness, and you'll recognize it as always being there eventually. Each one peoples his world with figures from his individual past, and it is because of this that private worlds do differ. Yet they have one thing in common: they are all insane. They are made up of sights that are not seen and sounds that are not heard. They make up a private world that cannot be shared, for they are meaningful only to their maker, and so they have no meaning at all. In this world, their maker moves alone, for only he perceives them. And it feels like the whole world, it's not a dense of a cooperation, but rather a happening. That whatever comes, we have to accept. But when we recognize that we are a mind and not a body, we recognize the only thing that we can accept is the peace and love in which we extend always, all the time. I had another thing marked down in ACIM that me and my wife did. I think it was a couple days ago. The lesson really stuck out to me. This is chapter 13, section 4. To perceive truly is to be aware of all reality through the awareness of your own. But for this, no illusions can rise to meet your sight, for reality leaves no room for any error. This means that you perceive a brother only as you see him now. His past has no reality in the present, so you cannot see him. Your past reactions to him are also not there. And if it is to them that you react, you see but an image of him that you made and cherished instead of him. In your questioning of illusions, ask yourself if it is really sane to perceive what was as now. If you remember to look at the past as you look upon your brother, you will be unable to perceive the reality that is now. You consider it natural to use your past experience as a reference point from which to judge the present. Yet this is unnatural because it is delusional. Delusion. When you have learned to look on everyone with no reference at all to the past, either his or yours, as you perceived it, you will be able to learn from what you see now. For the past can cast no shadow to darken the present, unless you are afraid of the light. And only if you would choose to bring darkness with you, and by holding it in your hand, you see it as dark clouds that shrouds your brothers and conceals their reality from your sight. This darkness is in you. The Christ has revealed to you now has no past, for he is changeless. In his changelessness lies your release. For if he is as he was created, there is no guilt in him. No cloud of guilt has risen to obscure him, and he stands revealed in everyone you meet, because you see him through himself. To be born again is to let the past go and to look without condemnation upon the present. The cloud that obscures God's Son to you is the past. And if you would have it past and gone, you must not see it as now. If you see it now in your illusions, it has not gone from you, although it is not there. Let it go. Let the past go, and to look without condemnation upon the present. If you see it now in your illusions, it has not gone from you, although it is not there. Yet we make concepts that are beyond certain borders. We shouldn't let our souls be limited within those borders. We shouldn't let the illusions that this world came up with, that the past and the future belong to the present. They do not. We let that go, and we see through Christ. We see our brothers, the Christ in him. We see our sisters, the Christ in them. At the end of the day, there is only truly one issue, and y'all gonna hear me say this in every vlog because it's so important. Be here now. For now is all that is. And I wrote, to search for God in conventional terms is a useless pursuit. For most often, our vision of God all but disappears in our ideas of what they must be or what they must be like. We're so used to being constrained to these outside interventions, so to speak, that we hold them in ourselves. And as you become open to the presence, as you become aware of your reception in the dents of cooperation, as you free yourself from the limitations of which we find ourselves in the lens of the world, once we remove that lens and put that backdrop of peace and unity and oneness, that blank slate, it seems like, really an ocean of hands holding, and that be able to see a thing for what it is, to be able to see the speck in our brother's eye, because we'd have removed the log from our own. Another entry I wrote, our judgments and assumptions of this world eventually becomes a padded room for an insane perception where we seem to be locked away by our judgments. And the key is the past and the future. And that's why we can never have it. Because in truth, these things don't exist. And that's what it feels like to be mindless. When you are mindful, open, and at peace, seeing to Christ and to our brothers and sisters that dense of cooperation that we know that they are. They're not insane, and when somebody else calls another person insane, just know what that truly is. They are made of sights that are not seen and sounds that are not heard. And therefore, they make that private room that cannot be shared. As if you notice, we forget about peace. We forget about that dense of cooperation. But abandon your private world. Abandon it. You don't need it. It serves no one to be alone. It serves no one to be a slave to your past or chained to a future. But you are free. In the name of the Christ.